Welcome to the Neo Operational Video Series for Software version 3.7. These videos are designed for targeted instruction to get you up to speed quickly and simply. This video targets AutoFollow cues. Now let's first define an AutoFollow cue. An AutoFollow cue is a cue that is triggered automatically after a certain amount of time, and there are different ways to do this. Traditionally, you put the AutoFollow command on the previous cue, and then the following cue will be the AutoFollow cue or follow cue. So let's talk about different ways to do this. The first way is timed follow. So let's take the example that we want Q2 to be triggered automatically after a certain amount of time after you trigger Q1. So let's say I want it triggered after a 5 count. So I'm going to say Q1 follow 5, enter. Now if we look in our sidebar, Q1 says F:5 seconds, so that's for follow, and then Q2 actually has an AutoFollow flag on it. Q2 is the one that would be triggered automatically. So I'm going to hit go, and after 3 counts, Q1 completes. There's 2 more. You can see the purple progress bar, and then Q2 gets triggered. So that is a timed AutoFollow cue. The time can be any numerical number. It can equal the time of the cue. It could be greater than the time of the cue, as we've done it here, so that Q1 will run and there will be a period of lag or holding before Q2 runs automatically. You could actually have a follow time of 0, which would actually trigger both cues at the exact same time. Now let's talk about getting rid of the follow command. So I would do Q1 follow enter, and Q1 follow enter on a cue that has a follow command will essentially provide a null value or ask it to remove that command. So that's timed follow. The second way is a feature that we call follow in time. Now let's say we want Q2 to follow in the time after Q1 has transpired. So I'm going to say Q1 follow enter, which is essentially the same command that we just did. But notice it now says follow in time. Now I'm going to go to Q0 and we're going to run Q1 so that I can show you an example of how this works. But to first explain it, follow in time means the follow will happen immediately upon the completion of Q1. So we'll hit go to run Q1, which is in 3 seconds. At the end of that 3 seconds, Q2 will run automatically. So I'll hit go, and there's Q1 running, and immediately after that one finishes, after that time, then Q2 runs. The question is, well, why didn't we just say a follow time 3? If you would have said Q1 follow 3 enter, it would have given you the exact same results. It would have followed after a time of 3. But here's the benefit. If I now go back and change Q1's time to say Q1 time 5, now I'll hit stop back twice to go back to Q0, and when we run it, Q2 still runs at the completion of Q1. So it just gives you the benefit of not having to worry about the follow time if you change the Q time on a cue. So we're going to get rid of Q1's follow, Q1 follow enter, which will clear that out. And now let's look at the third option, which is called what I call a relative follow or hold. So what that means is, let's say I want Q2 to follow after Q1's time plus 2 additional seconds. So I'm going to say Q1 follow plus 2. Now you'll see that this is called hold. So after a time of 5, it's going to hold for another 2 seconds, and then it will run Q2. So we're going to go to Q0, and I'm going to hit go, and Q1's going to run in Q5. There'll be 2 additional seconds, and then Q2 will run automatically. So again, the benefit of this is it's relative to the time of the cue. So if you change the time of the cue, it will still hold for an additional 2 seconds before it activates the AutoFollow. So that's it. Thanks for watching this Neo operational video for software version 3.7. Go to the Philip Strand website at www.strandline.com for many more videos on Neo programming and operation.